Have you ever stopped to wonder why the same names keep topping the billionaire lists year after year, even during global economic crises? Recessions come and go, markets crash, millions lose their jobs, businesses collapse, governments cut. Healthcare and education, but somehow, the wealth of the elite only grows, untouched, unshaken. This isn't luck, and it definitely isn't magic. What keeps these empires alive and thriving is a machine that operates behind closed doors. A machine called fiscal corruption. It's a quiet, calculated scheme, one where laws are manipulated, borders are erased, and billions simply vanish without a trace, a world of shadows where the rich don't pay their fair share because they've already bought the rules. And if you believe people deserve to know what's really going on, take a deep breath and stay with me. Because what you're about to hear may change the way you see the world. Today, we're taking you on a journey through hidden vaults, fake companies, corrupt lawyers, and offshore accounts disguised as tropical paradises. We're going to uncover the darkest corners of the global tax scam. Cases so outrageous, so vast, they sound like fiction. But they're real. And the most terrifying part? They involve some of the most powerful names on Earth, while the real victims are invisible: you, me, and every honest taxpayer. Do you remember the Panama Papers? In 2016, more than 11 million documents were leaked from a Panamanian law firm called Mossack Fonseca. These files revealed how presidents, monarchs, athletes, and celebrities were secretly hiding their money offshore. It was a global map of tax evasion, exposing financial crimes committed in broad daylight. What happened to the people involved? Almost nothing. A few resignations, a few headlines, then silence. And when the Pandora Papers came later, revealing even more names, more leaks, more undeniable proof, the result was exactly the same. Silence. No prison time, no consequences. Just quiet deals and well-paid lawyers. The truth is, the system didn't just allow tax fraud, it rewarded it. Companies like Apple, Amazon, and Google, brands we use every day, structured their finances to pay next to nothing in taxes in countries where they earned billions. How? By creating subsidiaries in Ireland, shifting profits to the British Virgin Islands, and using shell games that left governments powerless to intervene. The result? Billions of dollars that should have funded schools, hospitals, roads, clean water, public housing, all vanished. And if that weren't enough, let's talk about HSBC, one of the largest banks in the world, caught helping clients hide over $100 billion in Swiss accounts. Businessmen, politicians, drug traffickers, and even heads of state were involved. It was all proven, all documented. And how many went to jail? None. The bank paid a fine that didn't even scratch their profits, and business continued as usual. In Brazil, during the massive Lava Jato investigation, powerful politicians were found with secret offshore accounts. These same individuals were voting to cut education, health, and social programs for their own people. They blamed economic crisis while protecting their money in Switzerland. In Iceland, Prime Minister Sigmundur Gunnlaugsson moved millions into an offshore company during the country's worst financial collapse. While telling his people to tighten their belts, he was safeguarding his own fortune. When the truth came out, he resigned. But again, no jail time. This is the pattern. A pattern of impunity. If you're rich enough, if you know the right people, if you have the right lawyers, you can steal billions and still live in a mansion. But don't think this is just about the elite. This affects you every single day. Because every dollar hidden in a tax haven is a dollar stolen from your future. It's one less ambulance, one less school lunch, one less scholarship. One more broken promise from a system that tells you to work hard and follow the rules, while the rich bend or buy those rules behind closed doors. And the most infuriating part is how this has all been normalized. We're told it's tax, optimization, or creative accounting, but let's be honest, it's theft. Dressed in suits, hidden behind legal loopholes, protected by silence. The rich aren't outside the system. They own it. They shape the laws. They fund the campaigns. They control the media that tells you to look away. That's why we're here. To reveal the truth they don't want you to know. To expose the games they play while pretending to be role models. To break the silence that protects the most powerful. criminals on earth. And if you've made it this far, if any part of you feels anger, confusion, or fire in your chest, don't keep it to yourself. Share this story. Talk about it. Ask questions. Comment. Because when more people see what's really going on, that silence begins to crack. The truth gets louder, the pressure builds, and even the untouchables begin to tremble. You might be wondering, but what can we really do? The first step is awareness. Because this corruption isn't a glitch in the system, it is the system, and understanding how it works is the only way we can start to challenge it. Not every story ends in impunity. In some rare cases, public outrage made a difference. After the Panama Papers, the prime ministers of Pakistan and Iceland resigned. In Europe, new transparency laws were passed. In Brazil, the Lava Jato operation revealed entire networks of corruption. The fight isn't over, but these moments show that when the truth comes out, change is possible, even if slow, even if painful, because this isn't just about money. It's about morality. It's about a system where the rich believe they're above the rules, where they talk about justice, equality, and progress in public, but rob the very foundations of those ideals in private. They dine in restaurants that cost a worker's monthly wage. They speak at world forums about saving the planet while hiding billions in offshore funds. They preach ethics while laundering money through fake charities, and they get away with it because most people never find out. But now you know, and that knowledge matters, because it means the silence is broken. And the next time someone tries to sell you the myth of the honest billionaire, remember this. If these scandals, the ones that leaked, are already this massive, just imagine how much still lies buried in anonymous trusts, in encrypted wallets, in offshore vaults. How many more are hiding in plain sight behind smiles and brands and foundations with noble names? We may never know. But one thing is certain. Money can buy headlines, it can buy lawyers, it can buy laws, but it cannot buy the truth. And here, the truth always comes out.